Welcome to my first video, a setup of marine reef tank. Where to start? So much to cover at the minute. I'm glad I actually started it now though. Now, first things first, I'll show you where I will start from. Obviously, there's been a few changes. I was going to go a 4-foot tank, but I thought to myself, well, I'm probably going to regret it later on and wish I've gone bigger, as a lot of people do say that you will end up regretting it. Now, where to start? Well, like I said, this is the top. Now, I've decided to go walnut, as the living room is going to have white walls, so I thought a nice dark bit of furniture will actually go well in there. Now, this top is 1 3/4 thick, 2 pieces of ply, glued together with an oak lipping on the top of 7/8 of an inch, with a cross-grain walnut edging. And like I said before, obviously I've gone bigger. Now it's gone from 4 foot to 6 foot. A lot taller as well, just to maximise the actual gap I've got in my living room. Now, veneers, solid wood veneers, we'll be using straight grain walnut for the top, which this really doesn't matter what veneer you use really, because it's going to be covered anyway, but you know, I like it to be finished properly, not half a job. Yes, it's got a few holes in it, but you're not going to see them. And underneath will be a solid oak veneer. All these veneers are 0.7 of a mil thick. Yeah, so that's the veneers I'll be using. Now, the glue, I'll be using PVA. This is actually a waterproof base, PVA. Make sure that is waterproof, otherwise it could cause you problems with condensation inside the cabinet as such, all them little things. Obviously a glue roller, just to make it easier and quicker. And actually sticking the veneers down and actually getting them nice and flat, we'll be sticking them in a nice heated press. 2 good things with this, obviously that speeds you up with the curing process of the glue, 15 minutes. Once that's in, you can take it out, and it obviously keeps it nice and flat, which is very vital. I mean, this press can press up to 8,000 pounds per square inch, so there's plenty of pressure there to keep it nice and flat. Now, back to the top. Underneath this top, inside the cabinet, I'm actually building a false floor, if you like. So it's going to be raised off, just so I can house a couple of fans in there and some LED downlights. Now, I'm hoping these LED downlights are going to be good enough, just from a refugium really. I think they will. If not, I've got a backup light to actually cover that anyway. Now, the fans is obviously to try and take away some of the moisture out of the cupboard, which, you know, I'll get a bit of airflow flowing through there. Is obviously going to help. So take all the, if there's any bad smells in there, take it away. Yeah, so basically the next thing you'll see is this been pressed, ready to be sanded, and I shall show you that. Thanks for watching. Right, now we're in the sanding shed, all ready to be sanded. I've obviously pressed it, both sides. As you can see, there's newspaper all over. The reason for the newspaper is basically to stop it sticking to the press. So if there's any glue, PVA, seep between the grain, or i.e. holes, like here, it just stops it sticking to the press, which obviously would cause you a bit of a problem and a big headache. Yeah, so I thought I'd quickly just show you, where we sand it. It's on a belt sanding system. Obviously goes to your left, and basically you just sand it until it's clean. And try not to sand through the veneer. Right, now obviously I've sanded it all. As you can see, this is the walnut side. Like I said before, I don't really need to be too particular on this side. I just finished it in walnut, just personal preference really. As you can see, it does actually look quite nice, to be fair. I've shot it all, squared all the edges off. That's the cross grain. Nice and clean. And the underneath. Right, now what I've gone and done is I've marked it out. Here will be my door, where my doors will be finished underneath. This line here is a 1/4 inch, so the doors will fall in, and there'll be a little lip of a 1/4 inch. Here's my side, again 1/4 inch on the outside. Now what I'm going to actually do to actually strengthen it up a bit more is put a frame underneath here all the way around of 2 inches. I'll do it in solid oak. Reason 2 inches, obviously these downlights, LEDs that I'll be putting in, and the fans, obviously I'm going to need some sort of air gap in between for the fans to draw some air from somewhere, and obviously for the lights as well to actually fit them in. But for the actual lid, if you like, on the inside for it to all house in, I'm actually going to do in a plastic, polyurethane, or one of the safer acrylic. That's what I really want, acrylic. Obviously depends on how much it is really. And what I'm going to do is just rebate it when that frame is glued onto here, and I'll put it in the press when I've glued it to keep it all nice and flat. I'll rebate it out and actually screw it from the inside up. This will keep it waterproof, condensation, easy to wipe down, pretty much, easy to maintain. Because I want to try and keep the wood out of inside, to obviously try and, because of all the moisture and that don't really go well. That get underneath the polish, and although you use waterproof polish, it still gets underneath. So the next stage I'll be showing you is obviously that been applied. Hopefully I'll have my piece of perspex to actually put in, start putting my lights in, and the fans. I'm only going to go 2 fans. Obviously I've got to keep the centre clear around here for my wear, for my pipe work to go through. Yeah, so speak to you soon.